UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Golden Gophers will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bruins offense will go to work first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Right, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
The Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. Breaking into the top 15, just one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
But you got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
The Golden Gophers offense will have its first possession of the game. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. The short hands, it's Rooks. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll keep it on the ground. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some...
He's got it along the sideline. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. The Bruins are marching down the field. He's looking to throw. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to...
Touchdown, Bruins! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Slater. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Oh, it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And this is how the wind can really affect a game. It's not just for kickers, but quarterbacks as well. And on that last throw, guys, it looked to me like he was throwing it into the wind, and that definitely affected the velocity of the throw. It also affected the accuracy, and that's what caused the interception.
You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know, people forget Jackie Robinson was a UCLA running back.
And Jackie also started safety for UCLA. He started both ways. Just think about how good of an athlete you have to be to do that. But the tradition, the uniforms, the Rose Bowl, everything about UCLA just smells good.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Turning it on!
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bruins come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back.
False start of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Marshall. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the field goal unit is on the field. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. That 43-yard field goal attempt was well within his range, but he misfired, and they'll turn the ball over. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 26. Safe completion on the screen. Quick spin on the run. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Slater. Throws to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Lewis. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll leave it with him. Creates a little room. Got enough for the first down. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's Lewis. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Now the play fake. Buys a little time with his feet. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That brings them to within 1. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Bunch formation for these receivers. The run from the shotgun. At the 35, he's loose. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
That's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Bruins in the hurry-up.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Pulls it in. It's Rooks. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. And the Bruins have moved it inside the 20. Out of the gun, the inside give. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bruins trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, UCLA! Fit it in the window for the score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Utah State has the lead right now. Logan has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Purdue. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Cooks. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. 2nd down coming up. Dropping back, it's Slater. He'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16. The Golden Gophers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Defense in press coverage. The give to the tailback. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Golden Gophers kept this drive moving on the ground. Back to work. A 1st down run in the red zone. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Motion from the wideout. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they cut it to a 14-13 game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. UCLA will go back to work on offense. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And the Bruins, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Bruins want to move quickly.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Third down play from the gun. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wide receiver. Got it behind the line. It's Cook. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Snagged in the middle, it's Lewis. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Works the middle. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And the Bruins will have it 1st and 10. And some room to work. There he goes. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Slater. That's caught. It's Lewis. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Golden Gophers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Extending the play. Across the 45. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Corners are going to bail. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Snagged out of the air. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. And the ball is knocked away, incomplete. But unfortunately for the defense, the quarterback was knocked away and roughed. They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
The Bruins will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Slater. Got his man quickly. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the Golden Gophers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Rides the back on the option to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. A strike downfield. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
He's got his man across the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Under fire. Caught close to the marker. It's Lewis. Breaks into the open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Golden Gophers getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Back to pass, it's Slater. Fakes to grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Bringing the heat. They're setting up the screen. Spin, still running. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Golden Gophers have this offense rolling. Caught in the backfield, it's Cooks. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Got a man. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Golden Gophers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Gets rid of it. Touchdown, Minnesota! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll go to the ground. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Hand off from the shotgun. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. First down, 10 yards to go. Give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They've been running it, but now the pass. Got a man in the middle. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet, McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They're going to ride this running back. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Bruins! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UTSA is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Alamo Dome, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over Memphis. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's got an open man. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back to throw. It's Slater. And they can't make the connection.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in. That is a good sign for this offense.
That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. The Golden Gophers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Wants to throw again. Unleashes one. Working that left side. Turning it on. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. And the Golden Gophers are rolling down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Trying to set up the screen. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Golden Gophers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Got his man on the right. Into the house. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
This tight end is such a weapon when you get down in this area of the field. Beautiful job on that touchdown catch.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're...
There he goes! And the big gain, they've got it on the 46.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stacks. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
The Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Find some fresh air. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Yeah, I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But
the State scores it. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And Man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the returner will be brought down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
That pressure. I mean, he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Slater. Makes the grab, it's Lewis.
Listen, the defense gave up a couple of yards, but they're happy to give that up because they know the clock is still ticking. They're trying to bleed this thing. If you want to throw it over the middle of the field inbounds, they'll give that to you all day.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. UCLA will go back to work on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Throws for the tight end. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the ground game. Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Slater. Got his man. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on first down. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Lewis. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
What a helpless feeling for this defense to commit that penalty and pretty much end the game. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Quick strike complete. He's down at the 1 and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Trying to march in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minnesota!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow some